Chest day! There we go. Big chest day today. In reality, this is more of a push day because I'm also going to hit some front delts and some triceps and also some lateral raises later. But the main focus of this workout will be the chest. That is our priority, sorry. The chest for me is kind of a strong point. It tends to overpower the rest of my body, so I don't really tend to do as much work for it as I do my other muscle groups. I'll usually tend to kind of not really like hone in on my training and make it super optimal just because I don't really think I need to do that. I'll still go really hard and try my best, but I'm not picking the best exercises and overanalyzing everything. But that also doesn't mean that I'm going to be lazy with it. Like, here, look at the clip real quick. You'll see that as I'm pressing the weight up, my hips will also bounce up like that. Now, this isn't like a cardinal sin of benching on incline Smith, but it's also not what I purposely want to do. I'm doing this just by accident. I prefer to have like complete control over the weight, or at least mostly control the weight, right? And when I kind of use my hips to get myself up, it's cheating to a degree that I don't really like. You'll see in this next set, I will try my best not to buck my hips up and down like that and try to do a better job of actually controlling the concentric and eccentric parts of the set. What I personally like to prioritize is the concentric part. I think that this is where most of the mechanical tension occurs. Although that doesn't mean that I'm just going to let the weight fall on me, just completely ignore the eccentric. I think that striking a good balance of controlling the eccentric and really pushing with more explosive power on the concentric is what will lead to the most muscle growth. It's also what kind of intuitively makes sense for me when I'm doing these pressing movements. Actually, on that topic, I do switch up the pressing when I do incline like benching. I'll tend to favor the Smith, but I'll also like to do dumbbells, free weight, and even the hammer strength a little bit, even though I know it's not like as optimal, but I think it's still kind of fun. And now moving on to the next chest exercise, we're doing pec flies, chest flies, pec flies, whatever you want to call them. These are pretty good, I think. A lot of people say that they're kind of suboptimal. Again, since I'm not necessarily prioritizing growth, I just like to do what's fun, at least for chest. You'll see that I tend to struggle here. That's mainly because I'm trying to hit a certain number because of a mini cut. I'm trying to preserve strength at this point. Next up, I'll do some tricep pushdowns. I will say a small critique here is that I think my shoulders are too far forward. It doesn't cause me pain or like makes the weight harder to move. It's just I don't love the feeling here. I'd much rather have my shoulders kind of almost like held back, just because I kind of end up getting like a better pump and it just feels better on the triceps that way. Although I don't know if this method is like. Next up, we'll do some posing. I didn't record the shoulder movements just because they're pretty intuitive and I want the video to be relatively short. You'll see I'm just kind of doing super basic poses here. I'll do a side chest, I'll show off the tricep, vacuum. It's nothing too crazy. It's more so just to kind of gauge how much fat I have when I have a pump. I like to do this when I'm doing a mini cut because it kind of gives me a good idea of how much fat I have on my arms and on my midsection and my chest, my face. Doing these kind of poses, I think, helps me determine where most of my fat is stored. Although it doesn't help me, like, I can't target the fat. Having an idea of how much I'm losing and how quickly I'm losing it, kind of is almost like motivation, right? Seeing yourself look better kind of makes you stick to the diet more. It helps you with self-confidence and just a whole bunch of other things. So just, if you do work out, I highly recommend just posing, either like, when you get home or in a posing room or locker room. I just think it's really fun, and especially, as someone who's a little bit more experienced. I'm not even like all that experienced, to be honest. I'm like 2 years in, like with relatively decent training. I've improved my sleep quality and my diet a lot in this past year, so I think that's where I've made most of my gains. I've been working out like 3-4 years, but I spent the first like 1 or 2 years kind of goofing off just because I used to swim back in high school. It was only really when I got to college that I really started to begin trying to actually lock in and grow my muscles, get bigger and sexier and whatnot. But yeah, you see, oh, this is my favorite pose. I was really happy with this. Oh yeah. Anyway, just want to quickly say thank you guys for watching. This video is just kind of me goofing around and ranting about different things that I either enjoy or kind of feel like talking about. I don't have a ton of people that I can start fucking yapping to about different training methodologies and kind of talking about what I like to do. I'll definitely go more in depth with future videos, but for this first one, I'm trying to get comfortable with talking to into a mic and trying to sound natural. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any criticisms or things you liked or didn't like, please let me know. And yeah, I hope you guys had a happy new year, and I wish you guys luck into 2025. See ya.